Hello everyone. Welcome to our science show. Today, we are diving into a discovery that may change the way we think about weight management and metabolism. It is a naturally occurring molecule discovered by researchers at Stanford Medicine that shows promise in reducing appetite and body weight without some of the side effects seen in other treatments, like Ozempic. This molecule is called BRP, and it works in a very interesting way. It is similar to Semaglutide, also known as Ozempic, because it helps to suppress appetite and reduce body weight. But it has a twist. It acts through a different metabolic pathway and targets neurons in the hypothalamus, which is the region of the brain that controls appetite and metabolism. Unlike Ozempic, which affects many tissues such as the gut and pancreas, BRP appears to focus its effects on the brain, and this may help avoid side effects like nausea, constipation, and the loss of muscle mass. The team used a computer algorithm they called Peptide Predictor to help sift through thousands of proteins in our bodies. They looked at almost 20,000 protein coding genes and honed in on proteins that are secreted outside the cell, as these are the ones that can act as hormones. The algorithm predicted thousands of potential peptides, but the researchers narrowed their search down to 300 prohormones and 2,000 unique peptides. They then tested 100 of these peptides on lab-grown neuronal cells to see how they behaved. What they found was surprising. A well-known peptide called GLP-1 increased neuronal activity threefold over control cells, but one small peptide made of just 12 amino acids boosted the cell's activity by 10 times over controls. The researchers named this promising peptide BRP, based on its parent molecule. This discovery would not have been possible without the use of artificial intelligence. It shows how artificial intelligence can help us discover hidden gems in the world of biology. And it could pave the way for new treatments. The next step was to test BRP in animals. The researchers used lean mice and minipigs because these animals have eating patterns and metabolism that can offer clues for human treatments. When the animals received an injection of BRP before a meal, they ate up to 50% less food over the next hour. In studies with obese mice, daily injections for 14 days resulted in an average weight loss of 3 grams. And this weight loss was almost entirely fat. The mice also showed improvements in glucose and insulin tolerance. And they did not show changes in behavior, such as movement or water intake. Now, here is a funny thought. Imagine if your brain had a tiny bouncer who told your stomach to slow down and keep the buffet in check. That is kind of what BRP might do for you. It may act as a friendly guard in your brain to help control appetite and manage weight in a more focused way. This study is important because obesity has been a challenge for scientists and doctors for decades. There has been a need for effective drugs that reduce appetite without causing unwanted side effects. BRP appears to offer a new approach by activating specific metabolic and neuronal pathways in the brain, separate from those activated by semaglutide. The researchers are now working to identify the cell receptors that bind BRP and to improve the duration of its effects in the body. In summary, this discovery is a shining example of how science and artificial intelligence can work together to solve real-world problems. It is a step forward in our quest to understand the intricate processes of metabolism and energy balance. And it may one day lead to safer treatments for obesity. Thank you for watching. Stay curious.